Clergy Talk, where faith takes flight.
Oh, you and I both do that. I giggle through the whole podcast, and you giggle through your podcast too. So that's perfect. Yay!
I love us.
The giggle monsters have entered the chat. I should say, because we are recording now, I'm so happy to have Jillian from Into the Catacombs podcast with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
We've been meaning to get together for a long time, and there were a lot of technical issues on my part, but I got a new laptop and a new microphone.
Yay.
I know. Yay for me. It's only been, I don't know, like 8 months or something.
It's been like a year.
Stop. Hey, shit happens. I was wondering, could you tell us a bit about your podcast, just in case there's anyone who hasn't found you yet?
So it was formerly known as I'm Sorry What, and I did have a co-host at the time. But, one person steps down, got to bring in some new ideas, bada boom, bada bing. I'm a really big horror lover, and I know Tobias Forges as well. So I've brought in a lot of the horror elements to the ghostly side of things in the ghost fandom. So it's a really nice mod podge of that. And just try to be kind of out of the box, maybe find a little bit more of a niche in the podcast community.
That's hard to do because there are so many podcasts.
Yes.
And everyone's trying to be unique and, oh, we're the ones that are doing this and we're the ones that do that. And that's really difficult. But I like your aspect of it's ghost oriented, ghost adjacent, but then sometimes you're talking about what's the segments called? Oh, the gorer.
Yeah. So there's
fun.
like two, the horror
Yes.
for, horror stuff that has nothing to do with ghost. And then, the gorer for some horror things that Tobias loves and shoved into his band.
Oh, like I'm assuming, the gorer would be something like The Omen, right?
Yes.
Or like maybe where you're, The Exorcist and The Omen, where you're discussing how that's like tied into lore and songs and band merchandise, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I fucking love it.
We have one we still need to do.
I know.
Young lady.
Wah, wah. Maybe we'll do it in October and it'll air in the winter, because The Shining is supposed to take place around Christmas and New Year's, I think.
Yeah.
Or
so perfect.
I might be mixing the New Year's up with The Thing, though. But I know it's very much like the lodge, the hotel's closed for the winter.
Yeah.
I would like to move on to talk a little bit about the event that you're going to help sponsor for us. I'm so excited. This has been a long time in the making with these little goodie bags you put together for us. So for those of you who don't know, there is going to be a one-time only special event in San Diego the day before Ghosts SDSU ritual. It's going to be in Hillcrest, San Diego, August 9th. And I'm going to put a link in the show notes for the Eventbrite. It's called Meet the Clergy, and it will be a meet and greet with your favorite clergy members, Alan Ursillo, Maralyn Facey, and Rocky Latham. So awesome meet and greet with them. And it's also going to be a fan social and costume contest, cosplay, all that fun stuff. People can play games and just have a good time for a good cause, because it's a partial fundraiser for an organization that's very near and dear to my heart called Trans Family Support Services. They helped my family, my son, just so many people in our community and all over the world. They are just so insanely helpful, and they go to bat for people. They're an absolutely incredible organization. With that being said, we are doing a costume contest at Meet the Clergy in San Diego. And you have put together the cutest little goodie bag giveaways for all the costume contest contestants. And then I have a grand prize of ghost merch that I threw together as well. But you made these, for anyone who's watching, you made these cute little bags. And I was wondering if I could pull out each item and then you walk me through this real quick.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all,
that was my contribution. A
What
little
is this?
kazoo for everybody.
so cute. And then we have this very cool postcard.
Yeah. So many talented artists
That
wanted to
is
donate
neat.
to this.
And
So cool.
that's incredible. Wow, that's some really fantastic art. And then we have some cute little bracelet items.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me about the Rockabilia thing. And then some little baggy of stickers. I love how people individually package this stuff. Some more little like ooh stickers.
Yeah, little Cupie Papas.
Cupie. I would rather just call it ooh. And then, okay, can you explain this to me? It's a QR code.
Yeah. So we wanted my partner in crime for this, Marlene, aka Gula of the North. Her and I put together this really fun thing where we wanted, to make little goodie bags, put some fun stuff in there, have people donate, and Rockabilia got in there as well. And we wanted to give credit to these people, especially people who couldn't donate if they're cosplayers or have a podcast or in a band or, do tattoos. Marlene and I created a Google Doc, and there's a QR code where if you scan it, it takes you there and it shows you links and all the people who contributed. And it's still going on. So if you want to be a part of it, we kind of wanted to make it like a giant ghost database. And for funsies, we reached out to Rockabilia. We were like, hey, would you like in on this? Could we have a coupon code? And they said, hell yeah, 10% off. All you have to do is type in ritual ready, one word. And there you go, 10% off your order from Rockabilia.
Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah.
What is Rockabilia is known for making? They have a big ghost licensing.
Yes, they make the Gildos.
That's right, the Gildos. Do they do the skateboards too?
Yes.
And like the lunch boxes and stuff like that, like all the like big
and that lava lamp.
And the lava lamp. Shit happens, like I said earlier.
And dude, I am so excited to see her for the second time, to interview Maralyn Facey with you. And most of us might know her as a beautiful bombshell in the clergy from the Ghost Lore chapters as Sister IMPERATOR. And the worldwide record-breaking rock movie Right Here Right Now.
Yes.
And her most recent project, I guess, as the stunning and beautiful and outspoken Vera from Now What? Yes.
I'm so excited. I interviewed her, I think it was last year. All time kind of blurs together at my age. It's like just one ongoing event, and I don't know when the year ended or began, but I think it was last year. And then you interviewed her.
Yes.
And that was a very good interview. And so I'm
Thank you.
excited that now we can converge and and interview her together. We're going to get into a little bit about the event that we're talking about, Meet the Clergy, talk about San Diego Ghost Ritual, do some updates on her show, Now What? And then, if she has anything else coming up, we can get into that too. And we are just waiting for her to hop on. I keep getting texts. Do you hear these notifications?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, there we go. Great.
You're in your dining room, your gorgeous dining room with your
Thank you.
fireplace behind you. Oh, I love it.
Well,
Marilyn,
it's
you have met Jillian
hey,
before.
Jillian,
She
going. Yes, not only
Hi.
that, Jillian made
Hello.
me a great bracelet that I wore to the opening of Right Here, Right Now. So take that.
That made my day. Seeing those photos with you wearing it, I was like,
Mhm.
oh, Marilyn, beautiful Marilyn. Thank you.
I get a lot of things. Some of them I think are just wonderfully sweet, and others I think, oh, I'll wear that.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, a lot of gorgeous items and you looked absolutely beautiful on those red carpet photos with the red pants and the
It's
really cool bracelet she made for you.
Yep, it was lovely. It was lovely. That was definitely, and I went with VK Lynn, who's also on the soundtrack of my new show called Now What, and she's
Heck yeah.
amazing. Yep, she has a song. Jeff Bridges has a song. It's just kind of an amazing environment right now. It's all good things.
I mean, you have a lot going on with that. But before we get into now what, uh, we'd like if you would do us a favor, if we could talk a little bit about your upcoming event on August 9th called Meet the Clergy.
I'm so jazzed about that event. Okay, it has, I mean, trans family support services. You couldn't ask me to do anything else that would make me say, pay attention, world. So I am really happy and thrilled that all of us, whoop, Alan and Rocky and myself are, and my dad had an expression, was galvanize yourself into action, which meant everybody had to be ready now. So we are all ready now to come forward with this. And how wonderful to meet your fans in a way that fosters other places and other things. And, you know, Sugar Stitch Clothing and all the people that are behind it. It's just yay. And thank you, because you make it happen, Ash, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be doing this for everybody and to be a part of it and for you guys to trust me. That's a lot, but I have it's an honor, so thank you. I have a team of my San Diego friends that are joining in to help me with this, and it
You mean
just
you could pull them away from Comic Con? Sit there, Comic-Con's over. So,
You know what's funny is some of the friends are a little nerdy, some are not, some are Ghost fans, some are not, and so it's just a hodgepodge of my San Diego friends who some of us have done events together before, and so we all work very well together, and everyone's extremely organized and eager, and so that's what's most important.
yay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Acting is not for the faint of heart, for sure.
Oh my
And
gosh, no.
and even simple performances, like working with Tobias was multi-layered because he's eclectic and brilliant and a genius. And we're doing this. No, we're going to do that. Wait, but you can do this. And you'd go. And it did. I did not adapt as well. My husband was going through cancer treatment at the same time over here, so I was part of my brain was definitely in LA, and the other part of me is in New York, being professional. And to me, being professional was I've memorized my script and I'm on. And to them, it was really a brilliant, eclectic, interesting combination of whatever he felt that he needed to say in this movie, which I think he did admirably. It's just that I never knew what it was going to be.
And that's the
Okay.
type of right, and that's the type of creative artist that he is that
Right.
it's just coming at that moment and he's getting inspired by what the actors are doing, what's happening, when he's looking through the little screen and going, okay, well, I can finally see this vision, coming to life. How about you actually go over there?
Exactly. And what he wants to say, what he wanted to say. At one point, you kind of go, so the motive of this, and he said, I'm either having a midlife crisis or I've always wanted to. And I went, okay, you're 41 years old, right on time for that. And I'm sure everybody is happy that you're doing this. So what else you can do when you have a crisis?
Well, the good thing is you can have a midlife crisis and
Yes, exactly.
do so much more.
Yeah. And then I met his kids right after that. They were here when we shot the very last scene of the movie. His kids and his wife, who was charming. And there's me before all this makeup, and then there's me in the makeup. And the kids were adorable. The boys very much into jazz, and I worked for Charlie Hayden, who was a Grammy-winning jazz bassist for 3 or 5 years, and his daughter is into vintage clothing, which is my love. And so she said, I'm going here. And I said, don't forget to go here and go there too. She, can you come shopping with me? And I thought, I don't think anybody's going to let me off this set. But I'll tell you where to go. That was so
Yeah,
fun.
they weren't going to let you out of their sight.
Yep. And then I was dead.
R.I.P.
Yeah, exactly. And I was dead. I said to him, I thought you liked me. And he said, yeah, but that has nothing to do with this. I was like, okay. I thought, well, I guess I'm coming back-ish, kind of, maybe, sort of, I don't know, but who knows?
It's just a closing of one part of the chapter.
It's closing of one coffin and opening of another.
Exactly. And then
Absolutely.
hopefully we'll hear the slow creaky noise of the coffin open back up.
Or Rocky rolling down the hallway with
yes.
I've had quite a few people write to me afterwards and saying, where are you? And I went, I don't know where I am.
You're just in the ethos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of ethos, that doesn't go into what we were saying at all. But so, well, speaking of ethos, I would love to hear about the project that you have going with our dear friend Amber at Sugar Stitch Clothing. She is going to be part of the Meet the Clergy event. She is there as your personal stylist. She's dressed you for other events before. You have so many of her gorgeous pieces, and you will be wearing some to the event as well. But yes, I would like to hear about this project.
Let me tell you about Amber's clothing. And I'm a raging clothing snob. Okay, raging.
That's the tea.
So it's when we were doing a show here of some of her things, I thought, oh, okay, fine. And then I put them on, and they're beautifully cut and beautifully styled. And she's got really quality material. And I thought, I could actually wear this to important places. And I did. I was in Rome. I wore it out to a meeting of cultural whatevers. It's in Rome. But I looked at it and I said, I have worn underneath the big gray coat, which is mine, turtlenecks of assorted different kinds. Sometimes they're way up here, and then sometimes the shoulders are cut out because that thing is wool and it's heavy. So when you're filming in a mausoleum, it's not such a big deal. But when you're filming on screen and it's hot, it's like, ah. So I said, the turtlenecks with the cutout sleeves are my favorite part. And she goes, well, I could do those. And I said, great. Would you please do those? Because they are pretty and sexy and fun and they fit well and the material. Anyway, so she said she would do some for this Meet the Clergy, which I thought was lovely.
So are they going to be for sale there, or is this a pre-sale thing you guys have going on?
I think it's probably going to be a pre-sale. I mean, we really just came to this decision a couple of weeks ago. She had just moved down by you, actually,
yes,
San Diego, which I think is lucky you because her
I
stuff
know.
is right. She's a blast. So she said that I don't think she said she'd have time to make a whole line of them, but because I'd love to see it as a dress, I'd love to see it as a shirt. Her pants are wonderful, and so she said, "Well, I'll do a couple of pre-sale tops, and people can see if they like them. And anybody who doesn't like them is out of their minds because the thing is great." So yeah, I look forward to helping with that. And then what I said to her was, "Why don't I sign one of my pictures for it? And if you buy the shirt, then you get the picture for free, or you get the picture for $10 or something, and we'll give the money to the charity."
Oh yes, I remember. Yes, you have a limited stack of signed headshots. Amber's going to have them at her table with the prototype of the blouse,
and hopefully
and then
her clothes too, because she should.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, she'll have her clothes there, and then the prototype for the Sister blouse or whatever you guys are calling it. And then
cool!
Isn't that cute?
Cool. It's
and
very
then if
Yeah.
And then if people purchase the blouse pre-sale, they get the headshot, and then you guys are donating a certain percentage to trans family support services.
Right.
Now I remember. That's going to be fantastic.
I think
Yeah,
it'll be
we're
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're excited to have her there.
It's nice.
And you guys are doing a meet and greet, which is going to be exceptionally fun. But you've been doing them on your own in the past, and now it's going to be Alan, Rocky, and Maralyn all at one table.
Yep. Dun,
That's
dun,
going to be so
dun,
much fun.
dun.
Yeah. Are you excited for it?
I am. You know, Rocky is just an absolute doll. When he flew in last time, I said, look, we're going to go to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery right by me. Why don't you come and stay at our house? Because we have a big house and a great guest room. And he and my husband hit it off like a house on fire.
Aw.
He's charming and he's interesting. And they both came from Illinois. Always get your good guys from back east. That's what I'm saying. So they hit it off like there was no tomorrow. And then Alan ended up wearing my husband, when we got married, was wearing this incredible Versace tuxedo, but it also had a big snappy hat. So he wore that, and I lent that to Alan. And we all talked about how fun it is to do this. And Ash, so you know, we talk about how fun it is to do this with you.
Thank you.
Take that.
How sweet.
Yeah.
She's talking about when we did a promotional photo shoot at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. It was a promotional photo shoot for the Meet the Clergy event. And so if you guys have seen like the promos that we've put out, there's been 2 that we've put out. And then I still have some fancy photos of you guys to put out, some group photos and solo photos where you guys look just absolutely stunning. It's very, what is that era? Is it like 30s, 40s kind of look?
30s,
Yeah.
40s.
Yeah, you guys look fantastic.
We're like gangsters. We're done. But it was so great because it was the precursor to, have you heard about the contest? And then Alan says, have you guys heard about the contest? And Rocky, perfect character, goes, what contest? And I go,
Yep.
This contest. So I was thrilled that how many people responded. You must have had a billion people because you kept releasing, this is video number 1. It had 30 people. And everybody just fell into doing this marvelous cosplay of what it was they were going to do. It's super.
That was so fun. Yeah, that was the Umbra challenge where people were the 3 of you and us and you know the whole ghost fandom encouraged people to show off your outfits and dance and show off your merch and just groove to the song. And oh my gosh, because you guys were involved and this was kind of like a soft promo for or soft launch for Meet the Clergy. There were, I think I had to put together like 8 groups of videos and each one was over 90 seconds long. So seeing all these fans come out and do this was incredible. And it definitely feels like that energy will be at Meet the Clergy. Oh,
absolutely. And people are so genuine and so kind and so excited. You know, it's also a responsibility because we are in a time of political insanity.
Yeah.
And so when people come to you and say, you know what, you're kind of a stable thing and I am a hardcore Democrat. So I am definitely standing in the middle of, and I'm married to a judge. So when absolute rubbish happens, Dennis, quick aside story, Dennis lectures for a number of different legal environments, the Constitutional Law Foundation, et cetera, et cetera. But he also teaches underserved children English on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. So he went in on a Tuesday morning and they said, oh, I'm sorry, the whole program's been canceled. Now this program has been in place for decades. And Dennis has a little girl who's, I think her name is Leslie, was very dependent on learning from Mr. Lesky. They call him Mr. Lesky, not Judge Lesky. I think it's better. So Dennis came home, not fuming, but focused, wrote to Schiff, if you're in the state of California, you know who that gentleman is, and said, no. This cannot be allowed. You have, and do you know, that was on the Tuesday afternoon. By Friday of that week, they had they put an injunction on this ridiculous change of funding, and by Tuesday, he was back teaching again. So that's why
Good.
you have to write. You have to write, you have to call, you have to stay on them and let them know what you expect. I expect them to do what we elected them to do, which is protect the underserved and help the rest of it is true, but protect the underserved.
What a wonderful thing for him to be a voice for this program and to just go, no, you're not getting away with this shit.
Exactly. And know how to. And so, Dennis can write a letter that can burn your hands. Usually he'll write and he'll say to me, honey, could you look at this, please, and take it out of the, and I go, okay, this is going to change. This time it was like, send it. And it was good.
We need more people like that are willing to stand
And
up
we have
and
them.
do it the legal way because he knows how to do that.
All the Ghost fans, all you have to do is go to govern.org and it will tell you who your senators are, who your governors are, who your local councilman is, and you write them and they have to write you back.
It's true. And if you have not found your voice or that sort of thing, you could donate to programs where people are actively doing this as well.
Very true. Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of organizations that they have attorneys, on their staff. They have like media outlets and media sources that they're constantly talking to.
I'm hoping we'll get some media coverage for our Meet the Clergy, because I know Amber was looking into that, because truly it being one of these characters and has been such an incredible joy to me, because people are so excited and invigorated by what we do. And it's always got the quirky story to it. Not so much that I've seen in the new ones. I don't know what kind of rapport they're getting, but I know that Rocky was so cute. He goes, 3,000 people wrote me. Well, honey, 11,000 people wrote me.
Oh, wow.
Let's help where we can help,
Yeah, he's new on the Instagrams, and I think he's got like 3,200 followers or something like that. Just give him a chance, Maralyn. He's gonna catch up.
Give him a minute.
Go for it. Go for all of it. Whatever you can do that can help others, you should do. Whatever venue you got to take it.
That's true. I think that Jillian has a question about your previous experiences with fans.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Do you have any moments that have maybe always stood with you throughout the years of like working with Ghost and meeting with fans? Because I don't know if you guys truly realize, like, not to quote Tobias, but in times of turmoil, Ghost really is, especially you, Rocky and Alan, are a constant in people's lives. And like, we love you and we want you guys to do everything with Ghost from here on out.
In the memorial part of things, there were so many people. I had no idea that so many people would show up and that they would all want to tell me something important. I had a lovely young man, the beard. He was wearing a whole nun's costume, and he said, and he was so nervous. And I'm familiar with stage fright. Okay, I'm an actress, so I know what this is. And he said, I didn't know if I could come. And I said, I'm so glad you got here. This is lovely that you came. And he said, I've been in AA for 4 months, and I don't know that I can be here in a bar, but I just wanted to see you because I wanted to say thank you because you're always so nice. And I went, brave. That is a brave young man who can come in and tell you, I've been in AA for 4 months and I'm afraid and I'm in a bar, but I wanted to see you because you make me feel better.
Oh, man.
How wonderful is that? And then there was a woman about my age, probably a little younger, who said, I just started to listen to Ghost a little while ago. And I thought that people would think I was weird. But then I saw you and I thought, well, if she can do it, I can do it. Okay. I think that's a compliment, kind of, sort of, in a way.
I wonder what she meant by that.
Well, I think we're both, in that age range where I like music with a beat. I don't listen to all the words, but I like that it moves all the time. I went,
it works, yeah.
You probably inspired her to, if she goes to a ghost ritual or concert or whatever to dress up, you know, because
Yeah.
we were talking about this earlier. You're very much a fashionista and very into just gorgeous designs, vintage wear, things like that. There
Mhm.
were a lot of people dressed up at the previous event that you're at, and there's
Unbelievable.
a
I mean,
costume contest
everybody.
too.
There was nobody in jeans and a t-shirt. This is LA on a Sunday night. People were dressed
Mhm.
and done. And it was lovely because it was a wonderful tribute to the band and what the band means to people, but it was also a wonderful tribute to the character. And I was very pleased to portray that character. Uh, Even in at the very end of Right Here, Right Now, which was shot after the whole movie was done. We should have shot it at the beginning, but it was after.
Eh.
And we went out to the mausoleum, and not the one we usually use, a different one. And we're standing there, and Tobias is going, "Well, we should have shot this before." And he said, "But I didn't really know what I was going to say." I said, "Well, it's a good thing we shoot before. Didn't know what you were going to say." But now, standing there with Alan on one side and me on the other, it wasn't scripted. So when Alan starts ragging on Tobias for, you're not as good as your brother or your son or whatever he was doing,
Mhm.
those words that came out of my mouth were mine, and and they kept in the script, and it was like, there's no fart like an old fart. I thought, yes, got your back.
I love
And everybody loved
that.
it because you want to see people interact with a level of compassion and excitement, and you want to be able to tease them and have fun with it. That was a long answer. Sorry. Yes, there are many of them that mean something to me. Getting your jewelry made something to me. I mean, people do lovely things, and I'm really just grateful and flattered.
There are so many people that are just so incredibly creative and generous and thoughtful in this whole ghost fandom, and it's just been so nice to see people come together at, you know, the past events, and then the excitement about this upcoming event. Meet the Clergy is wonderful, but
Mhm.
then also the next day there's going to be Ghosts San Diego ritual,
Yeah,
which I think Jillian would like to ask you some things about.
go for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did have one question. Had you ever been to a ritual, like, as a sit-down audience member before this?
Yes, yes. I had seen them live, personally, one on one, literally from here to here in the mausoleum. And I loved
Oh, yes.
finding out about them. So
Oh, yeah.
I think it was the first or second time I'd ever worked with them. And they brought the whole band to the mausoleum, which, by the way, has marble floors, marble walls.
Hmm.
And it was like, whoa, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa. So I had seen them live, and they saw me kind of like, okay, wait, I can get into this. I just need earmuffs first, earplugs. And I'm like, okay. It was the beginning of Impera, and that was kind of fun. That was fun.
I think
So
you heard Spillways, and
yeah,
that became your favorite
yeah,
ghost song, I
loved it.
think. You
No,
had
I
told
still love
me.
it, and it's still my favorite album, of course, probably because I was there when it happened. And working in at the movie, I had asked to go see them in person, and we had begun work on Now What. So we took one of the writers from Now What and her husband and my co-star Viv Severs, and we went and we had great VIP seats, and it was wonderful. There is
Oh,
no
good.
opening act. It's just, here we are. And
Yep.
it was blow away. And Viv, I think Viv 16 or 17, she was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And she knew every song and every word. And I was kind of beside her going,
Cute.
wow. Yeah. I love the concerts are amazing. That what goes on backstage is incredible. His commitment to what it should look like, how it should function. The dancers were amazing. I actually auditioned for that choreographer for a gig in Vegas that she just did. And then when I read the schedule, I went, I don't want to do 8 hours every day. I think my 8 hours of this every day are behind me, but my girlfriend Carrie got the gig, so and she should have because she's brilliant. So
You
and
also have a lot
15
on
years.
your plate.
I like a lot on my plate. I just don't like it to smish over. So I've turned down a lot of things in this last year, so that I can do the things I really like. I mean, I'm going with you as of the beginning of October. I am booked all the way through until the end of November, and I'm in a different place every 4 days. And after a while, we used to call it the Marriott tour when I was doing theater.
Mm-hmm.
You'd wake up and you go, okay, I think it's the Marriott, and I think in this one, the bathroom's on the side.
Yeah. What city am I in now?
Mm-hmm. But how wonderful that people come from everywhere I'm glad that they're coming to California. We need as much support as we can to come to California and to go see the show. And evidently Madison Square Gardens are sold out, which is very exciting.
Oh, it was sold out. Yeah, my buddy Brad went to that one. He said it was amazing.
Yay.
I'm excited for both of you to see his new concept on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And
Do you have any idea what it's like? Tell me.
Oh, he can hit so many more notes just having the half mask. Like I feel really proud of him that he can convey what he wants musically a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And the light show, it's really nice, Maralyn. I think you're gonna have a blast.
My husband has never seen him, so I said, "Okay."
Oh, Dennis is coming.
Yes, exactly. So you'll see us. We'll be the two people over the age of 70 in the audience.
You will not be the only ones.
Yes. How great and how kind of Loma Vista to say, would you like these VIP tickets? And I hope the VIP tickets give us
VIP. Yeah, you'll have access to. You'll get a very nice water bottle, some stickers, and you'll get to go to the museum.
But all of it should be fun. I mean, I've never done.
Yeah.
When we were in Inglewood, I don't remember any of that. So this is exciting.
I think when you're at the Kia Forum, you were probably just in and out.
They didn't have a museum, I don't think.
Yeah, they didn't have any kind of backstage thing. No, wait, they did. They had a VIP tent outside. I cannot even. Oh. I don't think Maralyn went through that, and I don't think they had a lot of the things that they have now either.
They had a big cake.
Yeah.
We all had cake, and then we went upstairs to our seats, and it was great.
Oh, well, with your hubby coming along, is it still okay if maybe some people come up to you and ask for photos?
Absolutely. It's funny. Yes. When I was at the forum, nobody asked me. And I mean, I don't go glammed up as Sister Imperator. I go as me. But I had on big high red boots because God forbid I should not have red on my body somewhere.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And walked into the VIP sort of area. And VIP people are the people from Global who do the T-shirts and the merch and the other people like this. So they're not really interested in taking a picture with me. But outside, if I had come in through another door, perhaps it would have been different. But it's always nice when people say, do you mind, or would it be okay if? And it's absolutely fine.
You heard it here, guys. Everyone just wait your turn. Be very polite. She'll get to everybody. Yeah. She's going to be strutting around in her red boots.
No. I go in and sit down.
I know. Well, the good thing is no phones are allowed on the concert venue floor.
Now, okay, I personally love it.
Yes.
I do not.
It was wonderful.
Like this, and I can't say anything. And what do you get? Nothing when you photograph like that. It's ridiculous. So, but that's my opinion. What's yours?
It was really wonderful. Now, whenever I ever went to a concert, I always allow myself to record my favorite song, and the phone is directly in front of my face so I don't impede anybody's view. But I've been really looking forward to this. We saw Shakira in concert last month.
Amazing.
Love her. But everybody was sitting down, their phone on full brightness. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. I'm like, but her hips don't lie. Why isn't anybody dancing? What's going on?
Exactly.
So it was wonderful. And you could tell Tobias appreciated it too. Yeah.
Totally. I mean, I know it was primarily in the beginning. I think it was for the movie, And then as it
Mm-hmm.
evolved, I think it was about the sense of personal appreciation, which is incredibly important. So go ahead, Ash. What's your opinion?
Oh, I was gonna say I said it with Rocky. I don't have a problem with it. I'm from the era where we did not even have cell phones.
Hmm.
So
Right.
I remember concerts being far more engaged. People were just
Right.
locked in on the artist or whatever was
Right.
going on stage, and you were so engaged. And the people pogoing and jumping up and down and losing their minds and grabbing their friends, and you didn't miss a moment because you didn't
Yeah.
have your phone in front of you like that while you're looking at your screen and looking at your screen, and then you record something and then you look at it like, oh, did I get that? Like, what?
And
I
then
You
and
know?
then they
missed
upload
something.
it too.
Yeah.
Like
Yes. And
You
then
just
they're not going to jump up and down and have fun because then they would have shaky footage, right? So it doesn't make any sense to me when people are just recording the whole time. And so I
yeah.
do understand why. It's not just a bias. Iron Maiden prefers that you not have your phone out at their concerts. They haven't banned them. But the Misfits, I think, had banned them, or Danzig did. There's been a few other artists that have done it. And I
I hope
appreciate
it's,
it.
gosh, everybody should do that. I mean, you want to see
Absolutely.
it, you'll get a video later or somebody will post it later, and then it will be professionally done and you'll be able to
Hmm.
see it.
That's
Concept.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. I have in the past allowed myself the one song, just like she was talking about, and then I'll hold my phone right here
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
watching.
That's two of you. The rest of them don't do that.
Yeah, the rest of them are like
Nope.
this.
Have a
Exactly.
giant
Did I get
iPad
them?
above
Did
their
I get
head.
Ugh. Ugh, gosh.
Well,
So
big public arenas are difficult enough as they are because there are so many different personalities in this one place, hopefully focused on this. But not everybody is focused on this. Somebody else is going, what about the lighting? What about the so and
that's
so?
me. That's me. I'm like,
That was
oh,
me this time.
that stage setup's pretty killer. And I'm like, oh, look at that rig up there. Well, because I used to do theater, like I was on
Yeah.
stage and did like
Mhm.
staging stuff and wardrobe. So I'm looking at wardrobe, I'm looking at this, and then I'm like, okay, you need to like see what's going on here on stage. But I know Tobias. He's done some interviews, and he said he is appreciating having that. It's far more engaged with the fans, and that's what it's all about, right? That's
Well, when you were
that's
sitting
the
across from
purpose of
anyone,
this.
whether or not you are singing, you're acting, whether or not you're having dinner together, if my attention is on you, it is on
Hmm.
you. I do not need, when I was doing stand up, I used to call this a date breaker.
Yeah.
Because the moment somebody brings this up, my relationship with you is now severed. Somebody
Mhm.
else is more important than
Yep.
you. That means that
Oh no! Hold on. All right. So iconic moment. Maralyn was talking about how, like if you're out to lunch with her, having a conversation with her, and you pick up your phone and you start looking at it, that engagement is now severed. And that conversation is hindered. And then all of a sudden, her phone cut out. It
The
was
screen
great.
goes black.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
We are adding this
Oh,
beautiful lady back to the stage.
Hello.
There she is.
recording resumed. Yay.
Yay, we're
We're
back.
back.
So, before we all get kicked off again, Maralyn, I would like to know what is coming up for your TV show pilot, Now What, that you produced, you wrote the treatment for, you brought in the cast. What is coming up?
It's very, you know what? Truly, you never say never, okay? Never. Say never. So Now What is really an outstandingly creative, fun, lighthearted show with a purpose, very much in the style of Norman Lear, who I loved.
Mhm.
And so we are now in the Burbank Festival. We are in the, where are we? Burbank, Chesapeake, at least 5 festivals that are,
It's all over.
which is
Ooh.
wonderful because you think that you make this lovely, adorable pilot, and we have amazing people in it, like John O'Hurley, who was in Seinfeld, played Mr. Peterson, Harry Zinn, who was in Crazy Heart with Jeff Bridges, Barbara Goodson, who was in The Boy and the Heron, which won an Oscar last year. We have some amazing people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless you can get somebody to say, wow, we should really put this on our station, on our streaming, and our somewhere. I have a very dear friend who suggested, just do a couple episodes and put it on YouTube. And I thought, it's not, it's a network type of a streaming environment. It's
Yeah.
where families can sit and watch it. People from maybe age 50 up, they're not really kicking into going to watch something on YouTube. They're
Mhm.
still heading towards their televisions. I know because I make the commercials that are on those televisions.
Yeah.
So having now what be so successful in the festival environment is a wonderful trip for us. I mean, having people call and say, "Gee, could you open for us in New York, or could you open for us in Burbank?" We're in Burbank on the 25th of September. The
Yes.
Burbank AMC, which I think is on Palm Avenue, it's at 5 o'clock. I think the tickets are sold out, but I don't know. So it's great. If all those Ghost fans who helped us at the 11th hour when we didn't think we could make it, because I don't know who's making movies on, on their iPhones, but it's not
Mhm.
me. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a
You had a
full on,
full crew. You had a full crew at your house.
I did,
That
and I
was
called
amazing.
on every friend. I was grateful for Ash. I was grateful for Edge. I was grateful for my friend David, with whom I've done a billion commercials. It was like everybody showed up, and it was hot and it was sticky, and the air conditioning in my 125-year-old house was saying,
We all
and
got
yet
through it that day though, and you were fantastic.
people people wanted to be part of it. I think not just because of me and how we created it, but it's because it's a really good show. You want to watch a really good show without guns, without espionage, without betrayal, without body parts hanging around all over the place. You wanted People wanted something lighthearted, but that also had substance. And so that's what Now What is for. So the opening in Burbank, and then the next opening in Tarzana,
That's right. It was Tarzana.
and then we go to Nashville to help the Children's Foundation there, and then it's down to Florida, over to
Mhm.
Chesapeake, over to New York, and then I'm going I'm going to Italy, and then I'm going to Egypt with my husband.
And then she's
Oh,
gonna F off
cool.
out of the USA. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. When we got the news about the New York Festival this morning, I went, "Okay, when is it?" And they said, "Oh, don't worry, it's from October 15th to 19th." And I went, "Well, I'm supposed to be in Rome on the 20th." So I think Viv's going to handle that one. And everybody was amazing. And as in any project, the principals have to carry the majority of what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
So, when you look at, just to go back to Tobias for a moment, when you look at how he has to run so many things with his desire and his creativity, and then translate what's in your head to what's supposed to be happening on the stage. The dancers were really good with that.
Mhm.
It wasn't, it was sort of like a Dante's Inferno type of thing. They were gesturing and moving and these. And I didn't know that Ash was one of those skeletons in front of Man's Chinese Theater when the movie opened.
Oh, yeah. We had to do this promotional thing. Loma Vista contacted
Oh,
a
I
group of
remember
us.
that.
Yeah, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you some money if you guys want to go to the Chinese theater in LA and do this like promotional thing." And so we got our skelly costumes and went and we did our like
And I walked
housey
right past
dancing
them.
and stuff.
No idea because I hadn't seen that part. Gee, that's cute. There's some.
Like, who the heck are these guys?
Yeah. Who the hell are these guys? Oh, so you were saying all these very devoted Ghost fans. Are you hoping that maybe they can come to the Burbank
I'd love them
festival
to.
or all the other festivals? Because I will
Any
put
festival at all that you can get to that we're in, and there it's going to go up on Instagram
Mhm.
where the festivals are, how you get the tickets. I mean, it is
Yes.
interesting because you go to the Burbank Film Festival and then you click on Thursday, September 25th, and then you go down the assortment of films that are on that day, and then you find ours. And then I think there's only like 20 tickets left out of the 120 something, because we
Oh,
have
I
a
need to buy mine. I took the day off work. I need to buy mine.
Oh, good. And you can stay over here, don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of really wonderful people who want to make it work, and it's I think it's loved. You know, it's kind of the way Sister Imperator makes me feel. The character is loved. And when somebody asked me what it was about in the beginning, he said, well, it's sort of like Hacks meets Golden Girls. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
the difference is that Hacks, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, and even Seinfeld, they're all really good shows, but they're acerbic. This is not
Sure.
about being acerbic
No.
or smartass or I'm more better than you. This is about love. This whole
Mhm.
show is about how you can love someone who is so completely different from you that you will move forward to make things happen for them. And that is what we're all supposed to be doing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna make me cry a little bit.
So
That's what we're supposed to be doing.
I have seen the pilot. It is so smart.
Thank
It's
you.
clever. It catches you a few times where you're like, what did she say? But not in an off-putting way. It's your character is so witty and she's sharp, and I love it because it's a lot of you in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's a lot of you in there.
Yeah, I loved it when Viv is such a talented actress, and she
Oh
got
my
stuck,
gosh, she's awesome.
she got stuck with all the big long dialogue.
She did.
I got things like, oh, you're home early. Did God take the day off? Great line, right? And then she got this whole, no, I got thrown out of school because it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And I'm looking at her thinking, wow, what a talented actress you are. Wow, you're doing this incredibly well. And
Mhm.
wow, I hope you get to the last line without blowing it.
I could
You did.
I could
It's great.
say being on your staircase, being an extra in the pilot with my
Mhm.
husband, watching you guys try to run through that same scene over and over and over again.
12 times. I couldn't believe it.
Girl, it was like 20. It was not you. It was speaking of adding things at the last minute.
Mhm.
People were being creative, not the cast. People were being creative, and they're like, what if we did it this way?
Yeah.
What if we
And
came in
meanwhile,
at this
and
angle?
we're bleeding money here, people.
Yeah, it's like, come on, everyone's sweating. Let's go.
We just get. And I remember standing at the table going, I'm not doing this scene again. I'm not.
Yeah, I
doing
heard you go,
And
fuck this or something.
I hardly ever hold the line like that. But that scene should have been shot in 4 scenes, 4 acts, 4 takes. And
Yeah.
when we got to take number 13, I thought, we're all going to die here. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's what I was just thinking too. We're just all
enough
gonna die here.
slices.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Could we not have worked this out before? But you know what? When because we didn't have a writer on set because she
Mhm.
never showed up, a lot of things that you could wing it with. If she'd
Mhm.
been there, we could have gone, hey, how about if we did this? Because the characters develop their own personalities. Like
Yes.
Sister Imperator developed her own personality.
Mhm.
I watched maybe 2, one where she kills everybody and one of the previous lure, and I thought, why would she do that? What was she doing?
That bitch.
Was everybody a toad? I mean, what happened here? So when I came to play her, I wanted to play her. I knew she was his mother. Nobody else knew
Yes.
that she was his mother, but I knew that she was. And I thought, even if with my kids at their worst, I could not have turned on them or betrayed them or stood up for
Yeah.
them instead of someone else and comforted them when they come home, especially when they had a father who's a bit of a toad. So
A turd, you mean?
yes, turd or toad, whichever one you want. A bouncing meanie, okay? And I thought, you can't talk to my kid like that. Like, if you just done it my way, so it's like, no, you back that up. So this was very much the same. Not having her on set made that we had to go by what she had written because we had interns on set who were interning for a lot of different parts that you have when you're filming a show that big. So they would say, but the line was this. And I think, yeah, but that line's not funny like that. Now the line needs to be this because then it's funnier that way. However,
And yeah, it would just hit a different way,
Yeah.
you know. And so if you don't have the writer on set, then you're like, do you see how this is playing out? Because someone needs to stand back and see how things are being filmed, the sequence, and like what's
Yep.
clicking, what's not. And so
But
watching, yes,
thank God for good editors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Michael Schultz, who was our first AD, he was great. But his wife, Karen, they both won multiple Emmys. Michael Schultz does the work for Chris Rock. I mean,
That's
they're
incredible.
awesome. And Karen she said, okay, I'll edit this for you. It'll probably only take me a couple of weeks. Like 4 months later, she said, what is going on here? Like, so-and-so wants this and so-and wants that. And I finally just said to everybody, finish it. Finish it. It's wonderful as it is.
Yes.
Which it is. And now it's getting the attention it deserves.
Yay!
And a couple of lines that were taken out, I'm going to put right back as soon as I can.
Yay!
Yes.
And then as soon as we
Yay.
can, you'll get picked up by streaming, other
Yay.
networks.
Yay.
Yeah,
And-
we're so excited.
And as you mentioned, it was really at the 11th hour when I thought we're never going to raise the money we need for this ever. We're going to be so stuck, and we've got all these people lined up, trying to get all these people in one place on one day.
Mm-hmm.
But the Alliance of Women Directors, Jennifer Warren's people, they have a deal with Canon. So instead of spending $11,000 on a camera for 4 days, they gave it to us because it was part of being a 501c3 nonprofit. Yay! That was really
Amazing.
important. But still, I've never made an appeal for money ever. And I finally just said to Ghost fans, by and large, if you want to, I know you're all rooting for me. I think that's absolutely great. But if you can help me get this off. And I got donations of $10 and $20 and $4. And I've never been so touched. It was absolutely lovely. It's like, we love your character. Go on. Yeah, go for it. And I thought,
You can do it.
exactly. I think because I do it, they can do it. And that's a good thing to know.
It was really sweet. A lot of Ghost fans through their own little fundraisers, like Jillian did one.
Yes, that was
and
wonderful.
so
I
cool.
love that.
I got
And
you,
she
girl.
had
Once-
this big raffle
Emily.
prize and everything.
Yeah, once your family, your family.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's a famous quote.
How
What
I
is
love-
it? If you have Ghost, you have everything, and if you have
Yeah.
Ghost, you have family as
Everything.
well.
Yeah.
It's brought all of us together, which I'm eternally grateful for.
Lovely.
And
lovely.
I'm going to put all of the festival links that we have. I will put them in the show notes.
Great.
I'll share your Instagram as well. I'll share Meet the Clergy, Eventbrite link. Jillian, I'm going to share your podcast information because you joined us from your podcast today. So thank you to Into the Catacombs
No,
podcast.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank
to the
you.
gorgeous Maralyn Facey. We had some technical difficulties, but we all pulled it together as women do.
Absolutely. Not a doubt.
Period.
Thanks, everybody. I loved it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Mwah.
See you at the concert.
Oh yeah, see you at Meet the Clergy and see you at San Diego Ghost Concert, guys.
You got it. Thanks, darling. Bye-bye.